And that, I think, is where they're going to be severely tested. OPTC are a stellar defensive team, and this is slightly the weaker side for Boom as well. Oh, look at this aggression off the rip.
Yeah, just holding the crossfire for each other. What a way to start off this pistol round. The Prowler's going to be giving them a decent amount of information for the kills collected, one after the other. Hey, opting for that ghost pickup. 2 kills for him. He actually evacuated as well, and the space was actually taken up. Bit of a vacuum in play, still famous. Only capable of grabbing the one. Yeah, still down the Lamp's position. Left down to that 45 health, and he knows he can hear the footsteps. Bit of patter on top of the wood. Enough to know exactly where Berserk was coming from.
You're wondering if Ye would be...
Things like that pistol round with the quad push, if there's no players waiting around there. The Dusk was kind of talking about the composition. Ryan was mentioning it, you know, the fade versus the chamber. You don't have that Sentinel to watch a lot of the flanks. You're going to be susceptible to aggressive takes of a lot of that space, and you're also going to be susceptible to Jämeister, El Diablo, especially when he's up against 100 health targets with a Marshal in his hands.
He has his tour de force, like if he dies or if he gets this kill. So that's pretty good for a bonus round.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
And I mean, he's having to work for it. There's no way, Victor.
Oh,
okay.
He's not going to have his tour de force. You should have let him die.
After all that.
You should have let Ye die.
There's a prime game in Flawless.
Just yet to play for the B-Orb. He's just running over there right now.
It's going to be a snake bite at his feet, though, if he wants to try and play for this one.
Yeah, and he's not going for it aggressively.
Trailblazer, okay. Pull into this one just in case there is somebody at a slight off angle. Oh, that utility is just being chucked into B-Long. Prowler, the Trailblazer on top of it. Now their own comes through. Crashies. They know, obviously, it's a heavy presence on that attack side.
Both of these teams are going to have the same approach to the defense. Heavy fighting over B-Long. Boom have double initiator with which to play both ends of the map. OPTC don't particularly. They have to focus on one part that they fight heavily over, and you can see with Crashies Ye over here. They want to deny control of this crucial extremity. Ye only has a Marshal. This is only a Marshal right now.
Oh my goodness.
And he only has 28 health.
Yeah, I mean, a tap of the orb almost cost Ye his life there. He was just holding it down, but they were just spamming that one angle, making sure that they could catch it onto a play. Obviously, the heal is in play, so he's brought back up to 100.
There's 30 seconds left here, and Boom have very little map control.
Yeah, there's not enough that's been done, honestly, to even fake that this could be a possibility of an A hit. And look at this now, just holding right down up close to them. They can try and drop down, they can try and remove FNS, but 3 kills in the round. Almost an inevitability for them, and indeed it is. That's going to be a bonus round secured for OPTC.
Now Ye does finally get the finally, it's round 4. He does get the tour de force online. And he's going to be playing B-Long again.
He's opting into using it as well against his half-buy, and there is that pace injected into it. I'm not scared of just trying to play fast and loose.
Yeah, very fast. Extremely quick.
Instance.
And OPTC didn't really have a counter to the Viper setup that allowed them to get into lamps.
I will say,
denying the plant well, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of utilities already being used for them. Snakebite to try and vulnerable up. That's famous, just trying to get something done with a shorty in his hands. Not quite. At this point, comes down to that discipline. Just make sure they don't lose anybody. Holding these angles. To bottle, how do you get 2 there? But still, it's better weaponry at the end of the day, and it will be the difference maker.
Teleport's ready.
Yeah, that's a close round, though, considering the economic difference between them. Boom found a really fast short push. And this is what I was saying on Breeze. This team, Boom, is not always fast. They're not always slow. We've top of this Viper wall. So any kind of A pressure will meet resistance.
It showers them in a fight over. I mean, Ye feels comfortable here with a rendezvous, but he's got a Trailblazer and a Boom bot. Oh my goodness. Absolutely everything being thrown at them. Even the Molly and the Seas over the top. This is a cacophony of utility. Everything being launched at these players. And you can feel the pressure right now. Just have to scamper to the back of the site.
Yeah, really nice idea from Boom. It's a huge amount of utility being used, but here it comes, Seekers, Nightfall, everything being expended.
One after another, but nice little flick from Ye. The adjustment of the aim, in fact, didn't have to do anything at all. Just running right into his line of sight. One after another, and a spam into the smoke. They know the positioning of these players. They know we're going to be coming from. Oh my goodness.
It looks like it might be too much, but it's again Tiboto. He's done a great job so far.
They get it free here, still crashes from the high ground, or I should say Victor. Not even much of a factor in that round.
Optic reacted to it perfectly. They just ran. They just ran away.
Yeah.
But they reacted in time, so they avoided any casualties.
So the idea, whether or not that was set up in that prior timeout, just doesn't quite come to fruition here for Boom.
And it is a devastating beginning to Bind. I said Boom looked better on their defensive side, but you still need to put up some rounds in this half.
It's so difficult. The more risks you take, the more you're just taking liberties right into the op sight lines that Ye's going to be holding. He's been maneuvering his way around the map as well. It's the way he likes to play this. You never quite know where that setup's going to be. Most of it as well. Maybe the jump peak. Little pre-fire with a shot, a bit of spam being exchanged here and there. But look at how safe Marv is playing this.
Yeah, just going for the... He's going for the kind of straight up and down jiggle peak. I mean, that ends up with your head getting...
That is
off.
punishable. Yeah, I was about to say, that is punishable. I've seen it a couple of times, but Nade slams his way into the back. A triple. Spike going to start to go down, and that's a bit of run and gun action. Stinger. Why not? Showstopper now online off the back of the plant, and Victor just could not get out of there in time. He tried to satchel to avoid a lot of the space and movement that was coming his way, but Seeker's going to be broken. FNS now leading the charge for the rest of his team. He does have that rifle in his hand. Even the Trailblazer used broken early, though.
And it feels like these thrifty rounds have been the most successful attempts for Boom.
Yeah.
Can they hold on? It's only Famous with a Phantom.
Being able to get into that post fast should be favored. Lovely trade from Famous with the rifle. Has to do good work with it. In fact, he's got that nade back online. Even the pull being used to disrupt it, but crashes. He's right in their face. And two of their heads ripped clean off. You have to stick this though, and half on it should have it.
With just a second to work with, and the faith in Ye. Howard, by the way, look at the scoreboard, 13-2.
He's a menace.
He is, in fact, a menace.
You wouldn't think that Chambers been nerfed. If you looked at it, you wouldn't think it.
No, you wouldn't. And Crashies has another ult online. He's been farming these up so quickly. Oh, the bait.
It's a bit of a half claim, but they walk into him. And Ye just will not be denied.
El Diablo is feasting tonight.
His area of the map, showers control, locked down entirely.
Found one.
Just not enough spacing. Of course, the collapse brings them all down. There's that pressure, though, that's being applied. Flipside has made its way into Lamps. Collects the one kill onto Crashies, backs away for but a moment.
And Lamps has definitely been an area that Optic are not fighting for super heavily. Boom have realized this. And FNS going for it. Oh, what a perfect timing.
Confidence to try and do that as well when it comes to that 2v2, but he knew he could catch that timing, and he suspects where Blaze King is. He's got a great idea of it.
And for Blaze King, FNS could be inside the teleporter still.
Yeah.
FNS could be in hookah. FNS could be on site.
FNS has played that majestically, hasn't he?
He really has. Control. There's a piece of utility to stop people pushing off the back of it. And instead, Optic are just giving Boom lamps. And here, Boom take it again immediately.
Push all the way through.
Thank you very much.
Destroyed. Slow field at their feet, but Boombot actually going to be slightly missing there. That's going to be a seize into that orbital strike, and you have nowhere to run. Flipside has to just cower in the corner. Rest of Optic going to be rotating. Of course, they're in time. Enough of it's been bought prior in this round.
And if there was any question about whether or not Optic are still looking like the world's best on Bind, they are absolutely dealing with everything the Boom are throwing at them. They don't need Lamps control. You saw in that round, Ye just put down his trademark. Victor, who's having a quiet performance through no fault of his own, has a showstopper online. He just hasn't quite been required yet this map. He's going to be in position to stop any kind of Lamps take right now. Boom are focusing on showers. They've done that in a prior round too. And here's a bit of a push. Marv and Victor doubling up.
That's where you're starting to see it happen. Okay, showstopper play. Just doing a bit of team damage, okay? Just trying to get kicked from the server. Double satchel play into the back of the site. No, that snakebite does not do a lot to stop it, and Boom, they are not stopping. This is relentless gameplay at the end of the day. Even when they're handed an early L.
This round has been a pleasure and a delight to watch.
Player standing.
And Boom are picking up the pieces. Things got chaotic there.
Yeah, they did.
And Optic, yeah, in the midst of all of that, getting caught out, there was a very fast reaction coming out through showers. And good utility being used as well to re-clear that top short position and blind Marv.
So one of the things that has been impressing me, I think, watching Boom is that they are quick to make decisions like that.
Yeah.
They recognize that there's space available to be taken. From like a deep push, a proactive play by Optic, they will often make moves towards it.
Yeah, I think that's a big difference between them and Zeta Division that we watched earlier.
Yeah.
Zeta also have a lot of slow rounds in their game. Maybe if they get the pistol as well and get things back to 8-6. But even that seems a long shot.
But again, pace is the name of the game. This time with the weaponry behind them, you might start to see some success, and they've cleared a lot of the utility. You have to be watching for Yado. This guy's just standing there. Standing man emoji. Just sitting there now. Trailblazer trying to clear the back of the site, but Famous removes it, so causing that uncertainty. And look at where the spike is landed.
Yeah, the spike is going towards FNS.
But FNS, he seems to be aware, surely that Prowler watching him.
Wow.
Spray down.
That Prowler finding him perfectly there. Great utility usage out of Blaze King. And Famous reads the play through the TP.
An attempted a punish there from Crashies, but Spike's going to get planted. Optic players nowhere to be found, already sitting on the other side of the map, so looking like another round secure, Josh. Well on their way to that 4 that we're saying is a bare minimum.
Yeah, and if I'm Famous here, listen, I don't think using the operator is going to favor Boom, because Boom have been getting value out of the fast hits.
Yeah.
And he's one away from a showstopper. Listen, go hunt. Famous, if that's me, I'm going and trying to find Victor and Marv. Even if you die, you have showstopper online for the next round. I think that'd be the optimal play here. You look at the other ults available as well. A combination of Nightfall Showstopper would be great for cracking open one of these sites. Or at least Nightfall into A, and then use the Showstopper to stop the retake come through. Something like this. But it is quite a safe, respectful. They're just happy and content with the comps that we're working.
Yeah. You have a lot of good tools with this composition that you are running, but a bit of presence being shown at Fountain. Yay. Oh, he's creeping. He's crawling up onto the angle now with a tour de force. Has to be aggressive with it. There's no follow-up, there's no setup. The Trailblazer up close to him. Stunned up. And FNS was just trying to make sure that he could take that aggressive position down into short to get some space and some information to work off in the mid-round. He's also punished in the mix of things. Pushed through. Don't smoke the traders there instantaneously, though.
There's some wild moves coming out from Optic at the end of this half.
Super strange.
Yeah, I mean, they're just taking the most aggressive options every time there's a decision to be made.
Hey,
and Marv's is making it work.
Yeah, wait a second. This guy might just be ice cold in the mix. 1-for-1 with a showstopper exchange, but now up to Blazekin versus Crashies. So good in the clutch. And look at this guy go.
Crashies came on site.
He went huge.
Kind of recovered from everyone else making some wonky plays on the rest of the map. And Boom don't have any of those big ultimates to work with in the final round.
Punish being made though, or at least an attempt of it. Now a Trailblazer to help supplement. Yeah, he's just tied into this corner. He's got the showstopper. Orbital strike pushes them right into him.
Oh, it's just brutal.
Out of the pan.
Oh, it's brutal.
Into the fire. Double satchel play into their faces, but Crashies is dealing with it quite handedly once more. Moves around. That's going to be a Haunt revealing his location, but that blind in the eyes of Tavoddle. Nowhere to run. And the operator in his hands. That's a 10-2 half. It's going to be over within 5 seconds, it feels like, because already absolutely into the meat grinder. The players are going to be meeting themselves at the pistols. One after the other. It's down to the 1v1.
It's 10 seconds in. 10 seconds in, and you've got the two IGLs battling against each other. FNS knows this pistol round strat. He knows where Flipside is going to be.
Into spawn using the wall, this slight angle. What's the play? Is Flipside just going to bide his time, wait it out, look for a noise cue? FNS is just trying to clear it, and well, guess what? The wrong gamble. Boom, they get that pistol round at them
here. They've got some things that I think they do very nicely. Flipsider with his classic defensive anchoring here of A. He puts down his Viper Orb on the default spot. So that's doing a lot of decay damage if Optic try to plant in the expected positions.
There's a lot of space being given up to them, though. You can already see the Optic players have worked their way into Lamps into the back of the site. That's flashes being used one after the other with the pistols, including that nade. Famous has pushed forwards, but catching FNS unaware, looking like an AI on a singular path, just walking around. 4 kills for Famous, close to that showstopper.
Yeah, still a couple rounds away, but that's exactly what you want to see. Not a tool that he can really rely on for the bonus round. And this kind of has to be a converted bonus. You need... Boom are hoping for something masterful. Boom's general strategy is to have Flipside a hard anchor A as Viper, meanwhile playing an aggressive B defense. And here you see them go through the teleporter off the back of a Haunt.
Yeah, a bit of a showers crunch. Yeah, they do get the 1 kill, but they've given them so much space because of it. A short control given up. Pick up the Viper's orb, and the plant is down. So
and this is the time where you expect Optic to be pushing backside. And so you see from Tebotol's position, he's worried to even get into backside at all.
Yeah, so far back.
He's holding very passively.
There's no support from the rest of his team. They're all just trying to retake that position from Showers and Short, but Ye is still locking it down. The pre-fire spam through the wall. It's BlazeKing who comes out on top. A quick tap of it. Position and revealed, at least for Crash. He's right round the side, but they've got more to deal with right now if Boom are trying to convert this one. Oh, quick shot. But targets are found. That's Optic winning out that buy round.
And they win the bonus, but, or rather win the anti-stopper. And Famous is normally going to be playing with Flipsider on A. You can see BlazeKing and Spawn literally just ready to go for the rotates. Anywhere they see or hear, Optic looking towards.
That early spam, presence being shown, of course. It has dragged the players back over, and they want to try and go for a bit of a contact re-clear of Showers here, but look at the Optic players. They are holding a slight angle, spam into the corner. To the line of sight angle, it's a double face! Spray down! Famous! Oh, he's getting away with murder.
What a sick play with the Vandal there. Doesn't even need the showstopper, just getting raw value with the bullets. Flipsider, just about able to squeak into Lamps. He's going to be the key player.
The Seekers were killed for him, so they don't expect Flipsider to just be playing that angle. Only the one going to be found, an instant trade from Optic. But still, again, slowly creeping across the site, not watching for the potential angles. And it's a beautiful reset of the game for Tebotol to close out 2 rounds. That's all Optic need. We mentioned it over and over again when we were watching that Breeze map. Sometimes those 2 rounds are the hardest. However, Victor's going to be making it just that bit easier.
Yeah, Famous not waiting for the rest of the utility to try to re-clear Showers.
Half buy as well, Josh.
Yeah, just decides to swing into it. Optic do not win many of these thrifties.
And you cannot be giving up this much space to damage. BlazeKing does salvage it, gets the trade off, but has to run away. Drop down to 20 health.
Marv was thinking about going for an ult there. And at this point, Berserks becomes an extremely important player. Holding onto Octagon is so important right now. And he just doesn't have a clue that there's 2 in hookah.
He's completely missed them, and he's going to be making a call that, guys, I pushed all the way through Fountain. I haven't found a player. They got to be lurking over towards A.
Can he hear Marved? Does he hear Marved? Not at all!
Marved catches the correct timing. And the players of Optic, they're already in the site. They've been cautious the entire time. Walking up, not making any sound cues. Little do they know it's a free site for them.
That works.
They've planted for back site, which is where BlazeKing is just about to walk into.
20 health. Bit of spam will do it.
He's going to be 1 HP either way.
Yeah, the decay kicking in and out. Snake bite on one side, blocks up. Slide angle, and it reveals it. Feels almost intentional with the way that Viper's pit is set up. It looks like just about in range to get the highlight on him.
And this would be an incredible Tebotol. Yeah. It just wanders into Marved, and that is a brutal.
At point for Optic, one more. Get to that critical map number 3.
There are so many good ults here for Boom to use, but even if they expend them all in this round, it doesn't break Optic's economy. So they need to be stingy. It's their only way of mounting a comeback.
Double face though, that's going to be taken out Ye. Going to be throwing a couple of question marks into the overall game plan of Optic. What do they want to do now? They've lost him, so they're probably going to have to go with a bit of pace now. That's a showstopper right into the players! Victor deals with it! That could have been absolutely massive. And pound for pound, Victor's going to be releasing his own ult. Halfway on a duration, a pull, vulnerable Nightfall on top of it, but just pre-fired into the Viper's pit. Backed away. No more sound cues for them. They're going to be missing a lot of information into this one, but Marv is still holding the position. Drops the smoke, and he's got the orbital strike in his back pocket.
Difficult to find a timing though when you're playing inside lamps, but he's not getting pressured at all.
Player's going to be pushing forwards. It's going to be a cosmic divide to split it across. You have to push forwards here. Boom! They do have an opening, but is it enough? Down to that 1v1. And time is still going to start to tick now. On the wrong side of the wall, that will do it. The final blow for Victor, and it secures map number 2.
Business as usual for Optic. No celebrations particularly to speak of. That's the job that they came here to do. Bind, 13-5, opponent dismissed, move on to map 3. They're here for bigger things. And for Boom, listen, take a reset. I don't think you were ever winning Bind. Focus on